Hello, video diary. So I'm just here practicing, working on, and right outside the window, there's like 3 stories down. I notice a guy my age, ish, and he's white-ish, and he's got headphones on, and they're kind of like, sometimes they look like headphones from the 80s, which just sort of makes me go, what's up? But then he pulls out his iPhone, and he's fidgety right down here on my stoop, and yeah, right down there. He's walking around, picks something up off my stoop, kind of looks at it, and then he moseys down the street a little bit, and I just kind of sense that, well, that's not really normal. Like, who goes outside just to hang out? And he's sort of walking around like, oh, just sort of in one place, meandering. And even though I know something is wrong, if you will, with the situation, not what it appears to be. If it appears to be just somebody casually enjoying a strip of sunlight on the street, that's one thing, and that's what it's supposed to be, because he's sort of acting casual. And I actually looked out and see, like, is this someone breaking into a car? That just occurred to me while I was watching him, and then he walked down the street really slow, and I said, let me just check out his body language as this group of people passes him. Oh, man. And then I was like, all right, go back to my guitar playing. What the hell am I doing? And then I don't know, I'm just over here, and out of the corner of my eye, I see him again. And then just as I look down, this black guy walks up to him, and I already, I finally connect the dots that, and it's not pot, It's not like, it's nothing good. And it's for sure heroin because of the vibe. And I couldn't get any camera on it, but I looked at both people, subjects, and tried to memorize them, because that's the moment I had in case I see them again. And I'm thinking I'm going to get a camera and just have some way of quickly taking pictures of that. That was right on my stoop. And the weird thing is although I knew something was wrong, I was still denying it to myself. I was still saying, no, he's just waiting for a friend, or it's none of my business. What the hell do I care? Another thought, I'm being weird, right? Watching people. Like, why am I doing that? And then sure enough, like everything except he's waiting for his man. Everything, which that is just so obvious, and I still don't get it. That whenever you see somebody standing somewhere fidgeting where they're not supposed to be, crazy. Yeah, so that's very upsetting to me that there's a heroin handoff. Oh, here's my point. I wanted to think, like, am I being too harsh on young people? You know, um, because I remember when I was young, I was underinformed. Um, I was sensible enough not to get caught up in heroin. I may have written down how heroin was around when I was young, when Forest Sage, when I was in San Francisco, co-owner, uh, owner of a paint company's girlfriend was on heroin. Ridiculous, outrageous, stupid dramas. Stupid bullshit dramas. She had a son. It didn't matter. It was just crazy, shithouse crazy. Um, but this guy, who was just scoring his bag of smack, has no excuse. And so I thought, like, well, what's the cutoff point? And I thought the age 35. Stupid, but, arbitrary, let's say. Not completely random. I'm sort of looking at that as the end of any acceptable prolonged adolescence. However, I think you can continue your good parts of your adolescence all through your life, which is super fun, but not the bad parts. Not the irresponsible parts. I think by the time you're 35, you are a fucking asshole if you're doing this to yourself, to society, to your family, to history, to animals and plants who probably also suffer under your lack of ownership. You must not allow this. And this is coming from somebody who understands how strong it is, and maybe not heroin itself, but other things I've been addicted to. I think alcohol and tobacco are really messed me up. But yes, okay, heroin is really, really strong, but that is inexcusable. You have to get yourself off of it, or you really are a liability. Like a almost in every way. You're an accident waiting to happen. And the vibe, that's the thing. It's just like, it's not like you're a junkie living and you're okay, and then you die and then it's all terrible. No, I can see into this person's life. Like, his clothes were kind of, not that my clothes are fantastic, but you get a sense of someone who's poisoning themselves and has been, because you don't look like that, or give off that. Wow, I'm really talking about, like, giving off vibes, and that is, I take for granted that that's but maybe, his body language, if like, sends out signals that indicate that something is not well. And something is clearly not well with this person. But at what point can we baby somebody? And I thought that age was 35. If you're on junk or pills, or you allow yourself to get addicted to painkillers, then you're a fucking asshole from 35 on. In my opinion, just in my personal, take responsibility for your age. You've outlived Neanderthals and most of Homo sapiens throughout time. So at that point, it's on you.